y'all. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Savannah. I'm an incoming medical student at Howard University College of Medicine, and today I'm going to be talking about how I got in. Earlier this week on my other social media platforms, I announced that I'll be attending Howard University College of Medicine. And I'm super excited to talk about my journey and what exactly I did to get up to this point. My credentials, other than being accepted, is that I received an interview invite in September, which is pretty early. Like, I'm thinking I was within that first round of interviews. I interviewed in October, and then I was accepted 2 weeks later. So I'm trying to push y'all on game. Before I get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also check out my other social media platforms. My Instagram and TikTok are both Becoming Dr. Locke, like my YouTube handle. And it's just so much easier for me to post and record and edit short form content rather than long form content like this. So I'm on there way more. And if you want more of me, check me out on those platforms. So I first wanted to get into some stats for you guys just so you can see the numbers, and you can find all of this data online if you look it up. But the acceptance rate for HUCM is 1.44%. The number of applicants is about 9,000. The exact number I found though was 8,908. The average MCAS score is a 507. The average GPA is a 3.8. I meant 3.6. It's not a 3.8, it's 3.6. And my specific stats, without getting into my exact MCAT score, was a 50X, meaning it was between 500 and 509. So within that range of 507. And my GPA was a 3.52, which is slightly below the average, but again, within range. If I'm not mistaken, on the Howard website, they say that you need at least a 494 to get an interview for the College of Medicine. I recommend getting higher than that if you can, just because the lower your stats are, the harder it's going to be for you to get in at any medical school. I also wanted to share Howard's mission statement, just because on my TikTok platform specifically, I talk a lot about the importance of mission fit and how a lot of times schools look for students who are already doing the things that the school is doing. So the mission is to provide students with an outstanding educational experience that prepares them for careers in health professions, biomedical research, and academia. Conduct innovative and cutting-edge research that addresses vital issues related to human health and physiology, and advocate for excellence in education and healthcare for underrepresented population. I'm mainly going to hone in on this last point, focusing on serving the underserved. So now I'm going to get into all of my activities in my primary application, and I'm going to mainly talk about the ones that I feel helped me to get accepted, even though all of them as a collective probably played a role. So the first one I'm going to talk about is my emergency department volunteering. I did this at a level 1 trauma center, and a lot of the patients we saw were experiencing homelessness, were uninsured or underinsured, or didn't have a primary care provider. So they may have had a non-emergent issue, but because they didn't have access to primary care, they came to the emergency department instead. And I got to learn a lot about that in my time volunteering. And this was also one of my most meaningful experiences. So I used the additional characters to tell a quick story about one of my most memorable experiences and just how I contributed and how it made an impact on me and my commitment to medicine. The next one I'm going to talk about is my sorority leadership. If you didn't know, I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. It's actually right there. And I specifically pledged Beta Alpha in spring 23. And I used my activity description to talk about my role as Nia Moja co-chair and then eventually Nia Moja chair. Now, Nia Moja was our committee that was over programs for the local Tallahassee youth. And one of the programs that we started when I was co-chair and then I continued it when I was chair was Cram Jam study sessions at FAMU DRS. And for this program, we offered free tutoring to underserved youth. I also was an RA for 2.5 years. And this is where I talked about my love for mentorship. And this was also one of my most meaningful experiences. So there I gave a short story of an encounter that I had and just the impact it had on me and why it confirmed that I enjoy mentorship and helping people. For my next activity, I used one of my summers to volunteer at a local elementary school that receives Title I funding. And in my specific role, I'm the person that basically created the arts and crafts curriculum, which I take a lot of pride in. I would have them do fun activities like make self-portraits with crayons, buttons, yarn, etc. And then beyond this, I also was helping tutor them. For my shadowing experience, I shadowed an oncologist, and this experience really exposed me to some of the disparities in medicine. So I talked about that and just how I enjoyed watching how the oncologist kind of used research to help create personalized treatment plans. So that was a cool experience, and I mentioned that as well. I actually participated in cancer research myself in undergrad as a Merck Bristol Myers Squibb fellow, and I received a grant to complete that research. I forgot to put that I did a poster presentation, so that was a separate activity. For some of my honors, awards, and recognitions, I received the UNCF Ralph Lauren Scholarship during my junior year. And then that grant that I just told you guys about, I also mentioned that here. I also participated in the Meharry Medical College BS to MD program, so I mentioned that. I talk about how I was a part of the FAMU pre-medical program that basically consisted of attending workshops and seminars about medical school and some volunteering experiences in that. And then I also mentioned a hobby, which is hairstyling. And I actually did this hairstyle myself, so period. So that was my primary application. And I'm thinking in a separate video, I'm gonna get into secondaries just because that's a whole beast of its own. But I hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments if y'all even want a secondaries video, because I'm not gonna do it if y'all don't want it. But if you do, let me know and I'll be happy to give it to you. Again, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.